Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's the Average Joe Tanker here, and so I thought today I would do a bit of a class guide showcasing all of the different base classes in the game, of the 3 base classes, and which one I think a beginner should choose first. Okay, so here we go. The Warrior is what we're going to start with, and his passive ability is called War Cry, and what it does is every 5th spell, so every 5th time that you use either Sever, Crushing Blow, Whirlwind, or Earthbreaker, and you can use any combination of those, every 5th one provides a buff of yours and your allies that are nearby, and they don't have to be in a party with you to be your ally. It does everyone attack. So basically, you want to have a warrior in your group just because it buffs your attack, running through dungeons and different things like that. It really is nice to have that little buff. Okay, so his attacks are called Sever, a quick, precise slash, Crushing Blow, which is a bone-crunchingly powerful swing of your weapon, and Whirlwind. Now, what Whirlwind does is attacks all of the enemies in your area, so you have to be careful with that. You don't want to run in with multiple enemies and use Whirlwind. And Earthbreaker is his ultimate. It's really strong. All the ultimates are really strong, nicely well balanced. You don't have to worry about managing mana with the Warrior. You can just use the attacks as you see me doing here, and it's to great effect. Now let me know in the comments if you like these smartphone videos. I'm playing on my Galaxy S9 Plus and recording on my Galaxy S9 Plus. It's easier and more convenient for me to record on my S9 Plus than it is really anything. So I thought what I would do with these classes is go through like a room of each of these dungeons, of the daily adventure dungeons, whatever you want to call it, and you know, kind of showcase each of the little different things. And that was the ultimate there that I showed you just a minute ago. Oh, where my guy jumped up and did the stones at him. And what we're going to do is we're going to kill the Frost Revere here, and then we're going to change. Well, actually, after we kill these 2 Frost Warriors as well. So that gives you a little bit of a gameplay of the Warrior. Basically, the Warrior is a really strong melee fighter, and he's going to be one of your better fighters for the beginner. And what you can see there is the little guy in the armor down there above my health bar. That is the number of stacks that I have on my buff. And as you can see, it just went up. I'm going to use this attack, and it goes up again. Whirlwind, and we get the buff, causing our attack to go crazy. Okay, so that's simple enough. That's how you play the Warrior. Next, we're going to look at the Mage. And the reason we're going to look at the Mage next is simply because it's second on the list. It's nothing to do with anything else. Its passive ability for the Mage is Mana Regeneration, which increases as mana approaches 0, which is really nice. You've got Fireball, which is attack that charges for like 1.5 seconds, and then it launches at the enemy, does a lot of damage. Okay, you got Ice Spear, which slows them down, which is nice. And you've also got Lightning Strike, which stuns the enemy and does a lot of damage. Now, the Meteor Volley ultimate that he has is really good as well. So we're going to go ahead and run through a room here with the Mage and kind of show you the general thing. Okay, here we go. Going to charge up an attack. And bam, there you go. Here's your Frost, which slows it down. Then here's your Lightning. I'm having a little bit of lag. There's the Ice Spear, and there's the Lightning. Okay, I'm having a little bit of lag. Sorry about that. My voice is going with what my thumb is doing, but for some reason, my phone signal's slowed down. I think I'm being throttled a little bit, and so we haven't quite got the full effect of it. Okay, so as you can see, the Mage does pretty well. He's pretty good at taking enemies solo. He's really good in a group. Usually using a couple of mages in like a warrior or something in a dungeon are really good, or even a mage, a rogue, and a warrior, which is kind of the point. You know, mage, a rogue, a couple warriors, that sort of thing. The rogue is really, really strong, as you're gonna see, for dealing large amounts of damage at a time. Same with the Mage. You know, he deals quite a bit of damage. As you can see, we're cutting through these guys pretty quick, just as quick, if not quicker, than we did with the Warrior, and not really having any problems. The only thing with the Mage, you have to make sure that you've got mana for your attacks. You know, if you are constantly fighting for a few minutes, you might find yourself that you run out of mana. But doing something like this, which is just these little random dungeons, which, as you can see, it down leveled me to level 5, but it would up level you to level 5 if you want to come here. This is how you get the Beta Berserker set of armor, and most of the other Beta's cosmetic stuff. That's cool. That's his ultimate. You can see I knocked him down a full 25%. Really strong. But so overall, the Mage, as you can see, is a relatively strong and powerful attack class. You know, he uses his good attacks. He's currently the only one in the game that everyone can play that has a ranged ability. I know they have the pirate class for alpha people and stuff like that, but I'm not even in the alpha. All I am is a founder, I guess you could say. I'm one of the original, played in the early beta versions, but I'm not even part of the alpha testers. Okay, now we have the boss of the final area. And so this is kind of fitting for the rogue to be, whoops, clicked on the wrong thing. It's kind of fitting for the rogue to be here, just simply because he's really strong. You know, as far as building his stacks up, you can see I've got a little bar that's like mana, but it's poison, and that's for these attacks. And I'm going to go through his attacks here one at a time. Basically, it increases haste and critical chance by 5%. That's his passive ability. And he's got Poison Strike, which applies several stacks of poison at once. Every time you hit the enemy with a rogue, it applies a stack of poison. The more stacks of poison you have, the stronger your Scorpion Sting ability is going to be. Same with the Venom Dance. It'll, well, actually, I think just the Scorpion Sting is the only one that really benefits from the stacks. The Venom Dance doesn't. It just uses a full thing of attacks. Okay. And then you have the Swift Kick, which stuns the foe. So here we go. We're going to jump on into the warrior. I'm about to say warrior. To the rogue. As you can see, if you look up top there, you see I've got 8 poison stacks. So what that does is allows me to do this right here. And I can stack them right back up, no problem. The poison drains them over time, and it really hampers them as far as pain goes. Watch this. 8 stacks, and wham. Now he's got 8 things of poison to go through, and I'm still building stacks. So now I'm back up full, and I can run in here now and take out the boss. You see how quickly I took those minions out? That's what I was talking about with the rogue. It's a really high damage, really nice class, and as long as you know and pay attention and manage your stacks, you can be really valuable to your team. You see, even though this boss is much stronger than anything that we faced so far, he is still no match for me as a rogue. You know, I'm just building my stacks, poisoning him, and getting him down over time. And now we have the ability to use the ultimate. So here you go, and the ultimate just about wiped him out. So the rogue class is really strong for solo, and really good if you're running into most things solo, just because of the amount of damage he deals. The warrior is also really good solo, and the mage can definitely be played solo, though do note it takes a little bit more skill, especially if you don't craft the tankier sets of armor. Now, see, I have a tankier set of armor because, you know, I play the Guardian a lot, and I played the Warrior quite a bit, and I play the Mage for the most part now. But even though I play the Mage, I don't have the Mage things, which are less armor and more attack. I have typically a tankier set. My armor and stuff's kind of more well-rounded and balanced. Good mix of protection and attack. I'll make a detailed guide on armor values and stuff like that if you want me to later on down the road. But basically, between the 3 classes, I'm going to recommend you start with a warrior or a rogue. Do note, anytime, as soon as you start the game, you can click on the little 3 bars over there, or on the PC, it'll be down on the bottom. And you click on that, you go to classes, or actually you press escape on the PC, it's just as easy. And you can choose between these 3 classes at any given time. If you buy Guardian, you can pick Guardian. Once you've unlocked Dragon Slayer, you can do Dragon Slayer. And all of these classes, including Guardian and Dragon Slayer, are going to have their own individual videos on how to make them successful and how to be successful with them. But for just an overall general thing, this is your class guide. It's updated. My last guide to classes was in 2016, and the whole entire game has pretty much changed since then. So this is my updated guide, just showing you guys kind of what to expect with the classes, and really what you should do, or at least in my opinion, the best classes to choose for beginners. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, and to go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell icon so you can see when we upload more Adventure Quest 3D content, or when we stream again, because I do stream Adventure Quest 3D on YouTube. As far as I know, I'm the only person that does that. So if you want to see some streams, I can't guarantee a time on those, sadly, but if you want to see some streams of Adventure Quest 3D, some live playing and just some kickback having fun, go ahead and tap the bell icon so it notifies you whenever we go live. But that's all for this video. Stay tuned for the other guides on these classes. What I'm going to do is post them up one by one, starting in a random order. I don't know, you might see a Dragon Slayer first for all I know, but it'll just be a guide to how to most effectively use that class to its advantages. Overall, though, we're done with this one. I hope you have a nice day.